Hey guys, welcome back to Ovi Crypto. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I'm back with another xxNIFTY video doing an update for you guys, and I'll pretty much be doing these monthly. I did one in June and I'll pretty much be doing a July and early August wrap right now. So a couple of things to talk about and a really big thing that's happened lately. Now let's go into the price first, guys. So not a lot of movement on this one on the 24 hours, or pretty well for the last month. We did have quite a spike here on the 21st of July. Now I'm not really sure specifically what caused that spike, but we have since evened out and we are holding pretty steady and generally on the rise, it seems. Obviously Bitcoin and all the majors have been having quite a good past couple of days. Nobody really knows if it's a dead cat bounce, and obviously Bitcoin does affect the market as a whole, but still super cheap right now at 0.00005924. I think this one is still an absolute steal, and at this price, if you're a long-term hodler and you believe in the product, I think this could be absolutely fantastic. That is not financial advice, guys, just my personal opinion. I am not a financial advisor. I do highly recommend, first and foremost, following these guys on their Telegram to get some latest news and be in contact with the devs, the development team, and find out what's going on, and just general chat with the community, which is really great. 6,100 and a couple members in the group, and just some really good stuff going on in there. It's good to see how passionate the devs are. I've got a quote here from someone from the xxNIFTY team. I'm telling everyone I know to load up whilst it's low. Honestly, imagine being able to buy into Facebook, Insta, or TikTok when they were early in the development stages. This is your chance to do that. We're building functional working platforms right now and already on our second NFT platform build when some of our competitors still don't have their first version working. We're also accepting NSFW payments when some are still ETH or credit card only. We have solid fundamentals as a business first approach, setting us up to be the clear choice for the larger businesses to partner with, as has been proven with recent announcements and partnerships. I always underhype and over-deliver. That's just my nature, but man, am I super pumped about our future ahead. And if I was a hype guy, I'd be on here dancing like Tim. So that was from Gavin, who is one of the members of the xxNIFTY team. And that's the sort of stuff that gets me really excited. Now, obviously, of course, people that are working on the product are believers. They are going to hype up their own product. But like I've said in previous videos, guys, these guys are making moves. They're getting people on board. The NFTs are selling quite well. Now, unfortunately, I can't show that in this video because obviously the video will get blocked on YouTube for various reasons based on what the content is. But I had a quick look before, and there's some, a lot of the NFTs not only are selling, but some of the most expensive ones are selling. The highest price NFT that sold was over $1,000 US, which is pretty impressive for a platform that is only a couple of months old. And that's really the key here, guys. I feel like people in the crypto space are very impatient and they don't want to wait for the good things to happen. They think they can put money in and get 100x in a couple of weeks or a couple of months. And when you invest into projects very early on, unfortunately, that is just not the case. So I'm still thinking at this price right here, we're an absolute steal price. Alright guys, so one of the first things I want to talk about is they've released an NSFW token website, which is fantastic, and it separates it away from the xxNIFTY website, and it's more specific into the token, the tokenomics, and the roadmap. So obviously it goes into what the token is, the tokenomics, which we've talked about in a previous video. It shows the brand ambassadors, which I really like, and it does allow people to see the type of creators that are working on this platform. There's obviously more than this, but this is some of the key ones and some of the big names that they've got on board, which is fantastic and great for people to see. It shows some of their business partnerships with some pretty big companies in the adult industry, and one of my favorite things that they've put out, guys, which is a roadmap. So it's really nice to see this. They've completed everything for Q2 and almost everything for Q3. So I'm pretty excited about the things that are coming up. Obviously the social media beta, Exotica event, the cross token promotion, and special exclusive live interviews, as well as some other stuff in 2022. So what this roadmap tells me, guys, is they're setting goals and they're achieving them. And that's one of the key things that you want to see with a new crypto project. Anybody can make a crypto, put out a roadmap and say they're going to do stuff, but it's a different thing to actually achieve those things. So I'm pretty happy so far with what these guys have achieved. They're setting realistic goals and not shooting for the moon, which I really, really like. So very, very positive stuff there. They've got some upcoming events coming up in September and December, which is the Exotica event. It's the largest event in the US dedicated to love and sex, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited for these guys to go out because I think that those sorts of events are what's going to grow the platform and grow awareness. And obviously crypto as a whole, you know, we're nowhere near mass adoption. So stuff like this is going to be huge, and I'm very excited to see what comes out of it. So hopefully September and December are big months. Goes a little bit more into what xxNIFTY is, and obviously the community. Like I said before, guys, super important to follow them on Telegram specifically because the devs are super active on it, and it's really, really good to get the latest info before everybody else. Now, up next, obviously one of the biggest things that happened since my last video is they did a live stream with Stormy Daniels, who is a massively famous porn star, and she has over 1 million followers on Twitter. Now, I'm not really sure what happened here, guys. They did post the interview on YouTube, but since then the video has been taken down, so I'm not really sure what happened. But the key things to take away from this is for the people that did see it, it did bring a lot of awareness to the project, which is fantastic. It brought awareness to NFTs as a whole and why getting into NFTs and getting onto these platforms is good for creators, because it's a safer way to make money and you have a lot more control. So she's all about protecting entertainers and all that sort of stuff, and it's good exposure for xxNIFTY to get on some of these more mainstream celebrity websites. So that I thought was some pretty good exposure. I didn't get a chance to actually watch the interview because it did get taken down, which is quite unfortunate, but I do think it's good exposure. And it does say here that the live stream chat with Stormy Daniels and Callie Carter also joined in. It did get put up. This is a video about it, but unfortunately it has been taken down. It was 51 minutes long, but there is some quotes here where the rep said Daniels discussed routine discrimination facing performers, including within the banking and finance industries. She knows a couple of girls who lost their homes because their money was frozen for 60 to 90 days and they were foreclosed on. Their cars got repossessed, and now utilizing crypto will eliminate those sorts of issues, helps guarantee that the worker gets his or her money. Back in the day, I could shoot scenes for a movie and they could comp that scene, recut that scene, sell that scene, and I got nothing. NFTs allow us to profit in ways continuously that we didn't get before. If someone's going to continue to make money from me, I will get something for it, and that inspires me to create again. This is the chance for talent to rightfully own something. They can truly own something. And that's a fantastic quote from Stormy Daniels, because I guess one of the biggest things that people don't understand about these platforms and these industries is the workers actually don't get paid a lot of money. I've done a little bit of research into it before I invested into xxNIFTY, and I think people would be very surprised to hear what some of these artists get. And not just that, but like she said, you know, that video can be edited, put on a different website, this, that, and whatever, and you don't get paid for it. Whereas with NFTs, you are in control of what you release and you are making money off it continuously. So I thought this was great exposure for them. Now up next, they did get listed on a very, very small exchange called LBank. So I thought it was pretty cool and a good start to them getting, you know, released on some of these smaller platforms. Now obviously, guys, very, very early days, but the LBank community is quite decent, and look, we've got to start somewhere, and I think that's really the key thing. About 58,000 followers, you know, decently sized exchange, which is fantastic and good to start seeing exchanges getting behind it. And I'm sure that'll be part of some of their next goals, is getting listed on some more exchanges, because we do need that exposure. Now up next, and definitely the biggest news of the last couple of weeks, is that Porno Dan Leal joins xxNIFTY as a partner. Now this is huge, because Porno Dan Leal is very, very famous, and he's going to release his catalog of over 3,000 scenes as NFTs exclusively via xxNIFTY, which is huge, 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 huge. I think it's very important for people to do their research on Dan Leal specifically to find out a little bit more, but his catalog is massive. And to exclusively do it on xxNIFTY, I think this is one of the first things that's going to set them apart from some of these other platforms. And again, guys, let's not forget, we've got xxNIFTY live. You know, we've got all these other things that are just sitting there in the pipelines waiting to go off. And I talked about the fact that OnlyFans is moving away from the adult content and all that sort of stuff. Like, this is all brewing, and this is why it's key to invest early, do your research, and it's very, very important to believe in the product, just like I do. And like I said, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I just think we have stumbled on a great opportunity with this one, and I think that if executed and if marketed correctly, this could be huge, and obviously bring those 50x, 100x, if not 1000x's, depending on what happens. So that's all for the recap, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and as always, watch this space.